Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and tonight I am going to be using the Square Vellum Doilies, and I'm going to show you a couple different tips and techniques that you can do with those vellum doilies. Let me make sure that we are up and running. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. Last week, Thursday, when I was live, I was at the cottage, so you couldn't see my face, but you did see my hands. And I had to use my phone to do that, so it was a little different for me, a little bit of a learning curve there, but I think it turned out okay. So if you missed that video, you can go to my YouTube. No, it's not on YouTube, actually. It's on my Facebook page, The Stamp Camp. So you can check that out. It was using my featured stamp set for this month, which is the Prized Peony Bundle. And I'm going to use that stamp set tonight as well. We're getting towards the end of the month, so I got a couple extra cards for you using that Prized Peony Bundle. It's nice to see different things used with it, different items, different products, so you can see all the different things that you can do with it. It makes that stamp set all that much more valuable to you when you can see all the possibilities that it has. So this is the Prized Peony Bundle. Again, it is my featured stamp set for this month. This is the card that was on my blog, and this is the technique that we are going to do tonight using the Square Vellum Doilies. Aren't those pretty? When I seen them, I knew right away a couple techniques that I was going to do with them. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So let's get started. I want to see, there are 24 doilies in the pack. So in case you are wondering how many, you can do 24 cards. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to place my doily on there. One thing you want to make sure is that all the little pieces were popped out. I can see there are some that didn't get popped out. Just want to verify that you have all your little pieces of vellum popped out. I think that looks good. I don't see any more. Yep, right there was one. There was one. I think we're good. Nope, I got a couple more right here. They pop out very easily. So there we go. I'm going to kind of keep it to this side here, and I'm just going to hold it there. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a little adhesive on the back to keep it in place, because what we are doing is we're creating a stencil with our doily. So now I have to decide. I put on my blog, what color would you like to see tonight? On my blog today, I had the Just Jade. And I think tonight, since nobody said anything, I'm going to do the Misty Moonlight. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to take the sponge brayer and ink that up with that Misty Moonlight. It's going to take a little bit of inking because it was a fresh, brand new sponge brayer here. That looks pretty good. So what I did was I just held it in place and then just brayer over the top. And kind of move my fingers along as I go. So this is one of those techniques that is going to look different each time you do it. You can kind of do like an ombre effect if you wanted to. I'm going to move my fingers here. So each time you do it, it's going to be different depending on how much ink that you put down on your paper, how much you brayer it. And I think I'll switch directions, keeping my finger on there. Again, you can do it as light or as dark as you wish. See how I got kind of a pattern going, almost like a plaid? And there's really no right or wrong direction. I think that looks great. Now that my hands are all nice and inky, we're going to remove that. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I love that. So that's using the stencil as a, or the vellum square as a stencil. I'm just going to tap that excess ink off, but we did kind of color that vellum as well. So that's technique number 2, coloring your vellum with the sponge brayer and your ink pad. So use it as a stencil and to color it. So 2 tips in 1 tonight. So my card base is going to be the Misty Moonlight. We're going to fold that in half. I have a piece of Whisper White for the inside. No, actually, yes, for the inside, but this is going to go on the inside. I totally forgot. We're going to put that on the inside. I guess I can do that right now. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive in the center. And I'm going to just kind of center it in there like that. I took the Birthdays Are the Best sentiment, and I embossed it on the Misty Moonlight in white. So Versamark Whisper White ink, or I mean Whisper White powder. And then I used the Tasteful Labels dies to die cut out. The Tasteful Labels dies coordinate with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. It's sold in a bundle. Love that bundle. I highly recommend this bundle. I love framelits, and the stamp set that coordinates with it is gorgeous. Just saying. So I'm going to take the dimensionals off the back. This is really a quick and easy card for tonight. We're going to pop that up. I'm kind of just centering it so it looks the same on all sides, just like that. And then that's ready to go inside. See my inky fingers? So far we're doing pretty, oh, that's inside, not outside. Oops. Good thing I hadn't stuck it down. All right. Isn't that pretty? And then this one's going to go on the front. Right over here. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to mat that. Boy, I'm forgetting it all tonight, ain't I? Okay, so we're going to mat that on white. Just like that. I'm going to attach it to the front now. We're good to go. It's pretty just like that. And then I have my Misty Moonlight Prized Peony. This was actually in my leftover container bucket. Am I the only one that has a container with little scraps of this and that, and then I every once in a while will go in there and pull out something I want to use on a card? So we're going to stick that, I think, try to keep on the side here as best I can, like that. And then we'll come in with my pearls. You know how I like my pearls. Got a brand new pack. Gonna open those up. I love the Tasteful Labels dies too. I love any die that gives me lots of options. So I'm going to put the biggest one there, and then the middle size. I just thought that this doily, these little circles here, were just screaming to have a pearl in the middle, because you know how I like my pearls. And I thought they went perfect in there. Isn't that pretty? So this is the Misty Moonlight, and this is the Just Jade. This one I think I went a little bit darker than the green. Is kind of light dark, kind of all over, but I like the look of that, the shadowing and shading. And then on the inside you got your second technique. You got your stained or colored doily. Isn't that cool? Love it. I think it would be pretty in all 5 of the new in colors. You have to do it in the magenta, the bumblebee, and the cinnamon cider. Gorgeous. That is your tip for today, for Tuesday's Tips and Technique. I hope you learned a little something. If you enjoyed tonight's video, make sure that you like, love, share it. I appreciate that very much. If you need any of the supplies, you can visit my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. Here is the Hostess code for this month. I appreciate any and all orders. And if there's no questions, that will be it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.